What is going on, everyone? My name is Alpha, and today we are back with another Pokemon challenge video. We are on Pokemon HeartGold of all games. We're back on the HeartGold grind, and today's challenge will be, can I beat Pokemon HeartGold using only evolutions? Now, this was suggested in comments quite a lot. I finally got around to it, and now we're doing it. We're doing the HeartGold challenge with only evolutions. So to clarify the rules, we're using evolutions, obviously. We're not using Eevee because that's not an evolution, that's just Eevee. Next up, we are not using Espeon because, you know, there's 7 evolutions available in the game right now of HeartGold. Espeon, in my opinion, is the best of the lot. I want to exclude that one because that's probably the strongest one. So exclude it, make it a bit harder. And obviously, we are not allowed to use items from the bag, but we can use hold items in battle. So, I mean, it's going to be pretty fun. I think this is more a fun challenge than a harder challenge. So obviously, that's gonna be a unique challenge. Anyways, if you guys do and before we get into the challenge, I want to say if you guys can leave a like, comment down below some challenge ideas, and subscribe if you guys are not ready. This was obviously taken from the comments. Very grateful for all the challenge ideas you guys are giving me and all the support you guys give me. It means a great lot to me, so thank you again. Anyways, so we're gonna start off obviously training up. We have 6 of the evolutions in our party already, and they all have the same moveset. We don't have the elemental moves just yet, which is a bit of a shame because we kind of need it moving forward. For the beginning parts, I want to focus on using Flareon more because Flareon is gonna be very useful against the first few gym leaders, I believe. And it's just a nice Pokemon. I really like Flareon. Too bad it's actually not the best evolution. It's actually lower on the tier list of evolutions on like usage and like practicabilities. But I love Flareon. Flareon's a really cool one. I think it was the first one I chose as a kid. Of course, I chose the worst one. I mean, there was 3 when I was a kid. Flareon, Vaporeon, and Jolteon. Jolteon and Vaporeon have a lot of usage in competitive. Flareon, not too much. Which is a shame because I love Flareon. I think it's one of the cuter ones. I think it is up there in the cutest ones. It's just a shame it's not that useful, but at least I get to play with it a little bit more in this run. So we're gonna head into Falkner's. Falkner is the first gym leader of the Johto region, and he is the flying gym leader. We obviously knock off his first Pokemon pretty easily. Now his second Pokemon was his Pidgeotto. It kind of has a stalling move called Roost, so it recovers his own HP whenever it wants. So we're actually going to switch between all our evolutions and use Tail Whip on it. We didn't train a single evolution up for this fight, so it's just Flareon. So Flareon comes out and one-taps it pretty easily with Tackle, and that's our boy Flareon. Flareon clutches up the win. And also, doing my research for this challenge, I actually found out that giving my mom and letting her spend my money, like giving her a fraction of the money, is actually very beneficial. Yes, I get a bit less money in my account. However, she gives us pretty decent items. As you can see, I got a potion here, but eventually we can get like pretty decent items. We could get a choice scarf from it, so it's going to be very useful going down the line. And I mean, it's just a few pennies out of the dime, so it's a few dollars. I mean, it's not a big deal. So anyways, we're going into Azalea Town. Azalea Town's gonna be obviously home of Bugsy. We're gonna do all the Team Rocket nonsense with the Slowpokes there first, and then we're gonna head into Azalea Town's gym, which is Bug type orientated. Here comes Flareon coming in clutch, taking out all the Pokemons. Actually, Jolteon is the one that takes out the Scyther, but we don't talk about that. And then obviously his Kakuna and Metapod will have no chance against my Pokemon. We're about to leave Azalea Town when our rival approaches us and tries to stab us. Luckily, we have a bulletproof vest. I did say stab, and I used bulletproof vest, but let's ignore that. Anyways, we clobber Silver, our rival, and I don't think Flareon did not take a single point of damage, so maybe the bulletproof vest is a very useful tactic. Okay, now that we're done with the first 2 gyms, we're heading into Goldenrod City, where there is a giant mart available to us. This mart is going to be really useful for us because we can actually buy the most powerful elemental moves already. I mean, these moves, to give perspective, these moves are supposed to be learned by these evolutions at level 50 or 70, around there, I believe. So that is, I mean, it has a drastic jump in power, so pretty monstrous. Obviously run out of money for a bit, so we're gonna have to come back, beat the trainers in the gym, and then go out and get all TMs we want and put on a Pokemon. So Flareon has Fire Blast, Jolteon has Thunder, and Glaceon has Blizzard, respectively, of course. I don't really mess around with Solar Beam. Solar Beam takes 2 turns to activate, which is it's a damn shame. So Flareon heads into Whitney. Whitney is obviously a norm type gym leader that is very annoying for a lot of people. Do not like Whitney. but I actually found it pretty easy. So we start out with the fight with Flareon. Flareon is going to headbutt the Clefairy, and we're going to take it down within a few turns. So we're going to knock down Whitney's first Pokemon pretty easily. Now we're going to switch out our Flareon, just to preserve this HP. We're going to do some chip damage with a Jolteon with our brand new move, Thunder. Didn't kill it, but then Flareon comes out. It's barely off full HP, and Flareon knocks it out with Fire Blast, which is like, where did this come from? Flareon, how did Flareon just knock out? How did Flareon knock down a Miltank that easily? I mean, sure, why not? I mean, knock yourself out, Flareon. I mean, I'm not complaining. I was so shocked when that happened. I was so confused too. I was like, what's going on? Anyways, now we're training up Umbreon because the next gym leader is going to be Morty. Morty is obviously ghost orientated, so we're going to have to train up our Umbreon. Unfortunately, dark type Pokemons right now in Generation 4 are so useless. They're so bad. There's not like, I don't remember any useful dark moves in this game. Besides Payback at most. Crunch, that's the best one. Crunch. It's a damn shame. I don't know. Knockoff only gets its boost in Generation 5, so it's not that good. Is it Generation 5 or Generation 6? One of those generations that Knockoff gets boost, so in Generation 4, it's not even a good move. Anyways, we're heading into Morty's gym, and I might have too big of thumbs because I keep slipping off the ledges and keep dying in the void. But eventually we get into Morty, and Morty is a bit of a pushover. I would not lie. Morty allows us to really destroy him with our Umbreon. I was surprised Umbreon could knock it out. It is a dark type, I understand, and it is very tanky, especially for an evolution. So I mean, it's not too much of a surprise, but at the same time, he didn't really put up a fight. I'm not gonna lie. He just kind of let me win. And we also get TM Shadow Ball for that. We actually didn't use it at all. We don't know why I didn't use TM Shadow Ball. I just decided, no, I don't need TM Shadow Ball. Who am I? Now we do all the lighthouse thing. It's been pretty simple, pretty nice. Then we surf into Cianwood City and do everything with Chuck. Chuck, I don't understand why Chuck is getting hit by a waterfall. But you know what? Chuck does what he wants, and we're going to do what we want. We're going to challenge Chuck for the gym badge. It's a 2-turn affair. First turn, we hit it with a Vaporeon Surf, and then second turn, he brings out his Poliwrath, and my Jolteon hits it with a Thunder. What can I really say, honestly? Jolteon has just decided to destroy the opposition. And speaking of destroying, we head into Jasmine's gym, and Jasmine obviously has no NPCs that will challenge us, so we're just gonna walk through, and Jasmine has 3 Pokemon. It takes 3 turns with Vaporeon Surf, 2 Magnemite down with Surf, and then the Steelix gets clapped down. What am I supposed to do? Vaporeon is just too good. Vaporeon is just too good. I can't do anything. I like to play around with Jolteon, especially when I have to face against Gyarados, because Gyarados is a monster unless you have electric moves, then it becomes doable. And crit, it has to crit the red Gyarados. What a monster. I love red Gyarados. It's actually one of my favorite shinies. I know people hate on it because everyone has it, but it's still a good shiny. It's a very good shiny. But whatever, everyone likes to hate on things. I like red Gyarados. Shout out red Gyarados. We do everything in the Team Rocket hideout in Mahogany Town, and again, how do you have a Dragonite at level 40? You do you, homie. But anyways, we're heading to Mahogany's gym, which is the ice type orientated. The ice puzzle is actually pretty easy once you understand it. I mean, it's just, you can visualize it and it's pretty easy. What also is easy, having a monster move called Thunder on your, just having all the elemental moves. It's just so easy. These evolutions are broken, I swear to God. Anyways, the only thing we gotta really worry about is the Piloswine. The Piloswine will get knocked out by Surf, by the Vaporeon, but that's about it. After that, we have to head back. We do not have Fly. That is a big issue. We do not have Fly on our team, so we gotta walk back. that's the only issue with the game. We have to walk back through every direction, and once we get there, we're gonna have to take back the radio tower that Team Rocket invaded. I believe the radio tower, lore-wise, they want to get the radio tower because they were trying to get a signal out to Giovanni to get Giovanni back. I believe that is the lore. Technically, is it? I swear. That's kind of cool. I like that. That's a kind of cool little lore thing they're doing. We beat our rival in the basement of the hideout. It's weird. Weird guy. He shows up at the worst timing. We head into the top of the radio tower. We clap down to the Team Rocket admins, and I'm like, that's it for Team Rocket now. Now we have to get the bike. We didn't get the bike the first time we were in Goldenrod apparently. So we have to get the bike, and then we have to ride our ass all the way to Blackthorn City, which I mean isn't too far, but I mean Johto is kind of a small map and it's kind of pretty easy, not gonna lie to you. The hard part is coming up later. Once we get through that, we have Waterfall. We teach out on our Vaporeon. Vaporeon doesn't have that much of a diverse moveset, so it doesn't matter too much. We do the stone puzzle, which I swear to God, I promise, you could get through this without actually doing boulder pushing. I swear, I promise you. I promise you, I've done it before. But I guess I mean, I rather just like do it because it saves time. Anyways, we're heading to Blackthorn City, and I mean, I for one believe that there is not going to be a single issue because my team is filled with a lot of ice Pokemon, and we also have Jotion's Thunder as like a monster move just to have. And I'm pretty good at this jump puzzle too, you know. I mean, not to flex. I know it's a game made for kids, but I'm pretty good at this gym puzzle. I mean, that is my claim to fame. I'm a monster at those gym puzzles. Fighting Claire sends out Gyarados. Gyarados is destroyed by Jolteon. Do not stand before Jolteon like that. And you know, Dragonair, similar fate. Blizzard down. Second Dragonair, Blizzard down. And then Kingdra comes out. It thinks it's top or something, but no. Jolteon comes out. Jolteon thunders it. It has low HP. It obviously gets a hit off on me, but no. Jolteon makes sure Claire gets humbled and Claire is destroyed. And we have to do the nonsense with the Elder in the Dragon's Den. I wish I could just get my badge so I could skedaddle. Now it's time to head back into New Bark Town, but I completely forgot that. No, I went to Eckerteak from Cherry Grove, even though I was supposed to go to New Bark. So I went to Eckerteak, went up the bell tower, and found out that there's no kimono girls here. So I have to go back all the way to New Bark Town on this stupid bike. And, you know, then I get the stupid Master Ball, and now I have to go all the way back to Eckerteak to fight the kimono girls. And luckily the kimono girls aren't too much of an issue because their team is my team. It's just a reflection. So, you know, whatever. There's an Espeon on their team, so you gotta be worrisome. Espeon's a monster. Anyways, we're heading into the top of the bell tower, and there is Ho-Oh. Ho-Oh, one of my favorite Pokemon of all time, so I gotta respect it. I gotta run away. It just didn't let me run away. Honestly, I don't know what's wrong with it. It just started destroying my Vaporeon. It's a bit rude, I'm not gonna lie. But we still have to skedaddle out of there. We're not trying to fight it. Now we're making our way to the Indigo Plateau, where we're gonna fight the Elite Four and hopefully become champion, of course. You know, we do a bit of training, and now our team is looking a bit saucy, pretty high level, and we're actually going off. We're heading into the first chamber, which is Will's. Will is gonna be the Psychic Elite Four member. We're gonna start with Umbreon. Umbreon actually isn't that useful, surprisingly. I mean, it's just a dark move that's not very useful on it. Go ahead and give command over to Jolteon. Jolteon's destroying a lot of the other team. It's just a Jolteon show, Jolteon Flareon show at this point. Umbreon gets a few hits in, takes down one Pokemon, and then Jolteon, you know, I stopped letting Umbreon takes the lead. So, you know, Flareon gets to demolish it as well. And then next up is Koga. Koga, he's just like Will, not too scary, but not that easy. Think about it. So Vaporeon comes out, takes down the Ariados. Umbreon, I trust in killing the Muck. It has a non-missing move in Feint Attack, and then it crits it. Luckily, at the end, right before it was about to, you know, be in some bad fate. But luckily for us, we got that. Crobat comes out. Crobat gets demolished by Thunder, and then Flareon cleans up, destroys Koga, and now we're heading into Bruno. Bruno is quite annoying. I will not lie to you. Bruno is very, very annoying. His Pokemon, his high jump kicking Hitmonlee actually made me black out, so I had to restart, go through it with a better approach, and then we misclick headbutt the Machamp and then thunder it the second term, and then we actually beat the Machamp that way. Unique way to beating it, misclicking headbutt. I mean, whatever. And then Onyx actually gets demolished by the Vaporeon in the end, and we beat Bruno. Next up is Karen. Karen's gonna be the 4th Elite Four member, and Karen's gonna be dark type. So I mean, technically she's not that hard. One of her Pokemon is a Vileplume. It's not even dark type. It just fits the theme, I guess. Aesthetic wise, it fits the theme, but you know, it doesn't matter because like none of her Pokemons will live longer enough to really fit the theme. It'll fit the grave. Anyways, we're heading into Lance. Lance is a Dragon Monster Elite Four member, and I say that, but he only has 3 Dragon types. The same Pokemon, 3 Dragonites, and then an Aerodactyl, Charizard, and a Gyarados. So, I mean, it's his prerogative what he wants to call himself, but it's really not my issue. So, Jolteon comes out. Jolteon kills the Gyarados. My Vaporeon actually stunts on the opposing Dragonites, kills those Dragonites with its Aurora Beam of all moves, and that is it's just what is going on. It also Aurora Beams the other Dragonite as well to confuse Rhea down. Finally, it has a purpose, and it actually takes down my Umbreon, which is unfortunate, but my Jolteon comes out. It's gonna have to hit double thunders. It hits one thunder, and then one Charizard comes out, hits another one, and then we beat Lance. But that's not all. As everyone has realized, this is HeartGold. This is no walk in the park. We are going to head into Kanto. Oof, Kanto. I mean, I don't mind Kanto anymore because I understand the path of it super easily. The path of Kanto is super easy. So we're gonna head into Kanto. We're gonna do obviously we're gonna do the boat hide and seek first, and then head into Lieutenant Surge's first gym. He's kind of scary. This is the only time he's kind of scary because my evolutions are kind of weak. I didn't realize the massive jump in levels, so not big of an issue. We do pretty well. We actually end up barely beating him, but you know, we still beat him. Flareon eventually clutches up and then strengths the Electabuzz, and we actually beat Lieutenant Surge. And now, next up, we're going to obviously do these out of order, just whoever comes in first. Next up, we're heading into Celadon City, where we're going to fight Erica. Erica is going to be the grass gym leader, and we're actually just walking through it with a Vaporeon of all Pokemon. We have Aurora Beam, and we think it's the best thing we can have. We have an Ice type. We have a Fire type. I mean, whatever. We just sweeping through with the Vaporeon. Vaporeon is having fun. Flareon comes out, gets his kills as well. Glaceon comes out, gets his kills as well. And I still don't understand why I started the battle with Vaporeon, but I just want to stun or die. We definitely stunned it on Erica. We're gonna do all the missing part situation as well, and then we're gonna actually head back into Fuchsia City. We're gonna beat down Koga's knees pretty easily. All her team is awful. She's even in the same position where Koga would be in Fuchsia City normally, so not much of a puzzle. Next up, since we don't have to do anything in Silph, we're actually gonna head into Sabrina's gym, and we're gonna just demolish it most of the time. Before we get to that, this Bronzor here just keeps skill swapping me, and my evolutions have obviously Volt Absorb, Flash Fire, and Water Absorb like that. So every time it skill swap me, I can't really hit it with my elemental moves. So I'm just kind of stuck there. It just kept swapping, so it's a bit annoying. Anyways, we're heading into Sabrina. Sabrina is kind of a pushover, only 3 Pokemon, and Umbreon, you know, kind of pretty tanky. Our Umbreon obviously takes a strong hit to the face, but it takes down the Alakazam, and her final Pokemon will be Mr. Mime. Mr. Mime is getting clapped up, and we beat it with Umbreon only. Umbreon's a monster, I'm not gonna lie. Next up, we do everything in Cerulean City gym, and you know, we clean up all that mess. We obviously get back the part and whatnot. Then we head into Misty's gym, obviously, and you know, we have a grass type and electric type, so it's not a difficult gym. Luckily for us, that is the case, because you know, water types are pretty strong. I actually lose both the grass and electric type to the Starmie, which is I mean, a bit of a shame. The only thing that clutches us up was our Vaporeon. Luckily for us, we had the Vaporeon that clutches things up. Anyways, we're heading into Pewter City gym now, and thank God Pewter City is the easiest gym, because we just had to send out a grass type and he gets demolished, which is, I mean, that's literally what happened. We sent out a grass type, we used the weakest grass move we have, which is Magical Leaf, and we just destroyed him. I feel bad for Brock, you know, Brock didn't deserve that. But you know, he kind of did at the end. Anyways, we head into Blaine's gym, which is on the Seafoam Islands, because his volcano erupted. Where does volcano come from? But it doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter. Blaine's always gonna be a pure fire gym leader, so I mean, it doesn't matter because I have Vaporeon, and then you know, Vaporeon is just so much of a god that just destroyed everything, so it didn't really matter. So we beat Blaine. That's about it. Then we head into Blue. Blue's gym is actually very, very annoying to look at, but you know, it's a fun puzzle. What's not fun is getting destroyed by Blue in so many scenarios. Oh, I died to this Gyarados, I died to this Machamp, oh my god. And then like one time I restart, everything works out, I don't lose a single Pokemon. It's so annoying, so stupid at points, really. I get very lucky at one point. Like the one time I restart randomly, like I took the blackout and then I restarted it, like I take the levels, I gain the XP and then do the puzzle again, and then I one-shot everything and beat his team perfectly. Not a single scratch on me. Now also, I've said earlier that my mom will buy me items while I'm playing the game. She actually bought me a Choice Scarf, which I'm going to put on my Flareon, because that's going to be pretty useful coming up in obviously the next final battle, which is against Red on top of Mount Silver. We're obviously doing some off-screen grinding, and all our Pokemon are high enough levels. We use all our rare candies, and this is the final battle. This is the top of Mount Silver. This is the final battle against Red. We actually lose a handful of times, unfortunately. It's the Venusaur at the end. The Venusaur always catches me off guard. God. We restart it. For when he gets sent out, will always be his Pikachu. His Pikachu has, you know, pretty strong. It has a light bulb, and it's pretty strong. This Voltago will hurt, but luckily Jolteon will actually live. I was feeling ballsy, and I was like, you know what? This Thunder will kill in this range for sure. At max HP, this Thunder will kill. And I mean, firstly, it hit and then it killed, which is crazy. Great thing. Snorlax comes out. I need to work around the Snorlax because normally I would just I would slowly chip it away, but I want to actually work around it. So my Leafeon actually has Grass Whistle, we'll put it to sleep. Snorlax is used to being asleep anyways. My Leafeon also has Sunny Day. Sunny Day I put on my Leafeon because it doesn't have any other moves that I used. I think I replaced Headbutt with it. I don't use Headbutt. Anyways, I use Sunny Day, so it gets rid of the hail, so its Blizzard does not always hit me, guaranteed. It also gets rid of the hail for the rest of the battle, so all his Pokemon that have Blizzard on his team cannot abuse that anymore, so that is very, very beneficial for us. Speaking of 10,000 IQ, I just throw on my Jolteon, and I was like, Thunder, and then, you know, it didn't kill in one shot, so I used Charge Beam. Boost up my special attack, and then, you know what, save some PP, save some accuracy, and then Charge Beam down to Blastoise, and it's over. And then Venusaur comes out. The Choice Scarf on my Flareon was gonna be useful, but now it's not really. So I mean, I'm just overheating the Venusaur, and I mean, I'm not gonna lie, it's kind of embarrassing because my Flareon actually goes down, so my Glaceon has to pick up the, you know, bad thing. But I still love you, Flareon, but stay in your lane. Anyways, Lapras comes out, and Lapras is going to be a bit of annoying. We put it to sleep, we chip it down, and then we're just going to Thunder KO it. Jolteon MVP for this game for sure. Jolteon MVP for this battle for sure. Overall, I say Vaporeon probably MVP. Vaporeon or Jolteon. Those are the MVPs for the entire game. I want to say thank you for watching all the way to the end. I hope you guys enjoyed this little fun video, this fun challenge. I had fun with it. It's a really fun challenge, and also don't forget to leave a like, comment down below some challenge ideas. Subscribe if you guys are not already. Anyways, my name's Alpha, and I hope you guys all had a great day. I'm out. Peace.